BlastMusic247.com. We're changing the industry one artist at a time.
Come a little closer. Hey, welcome to Sanctuary Experience. You're in the master. You are not in the Master Key Mindset space. That's where we are on Monday, Wednesday, Friday. You are in SXP MetaMorphosis 365. This is our growth podcast space. That's where we at. Hold on one moment, please. I'm gonna do a sound check because I got the headphones on and I want to make sure I can be heard. Hi and welcome home. Good evening, Miss Abronia. How are you? Can you hear me well? Want to check? I put on the other headphones and I want to make sure that it's being heard well. Thank you. Awesome. Hello, folks, and welcome. I'm glad that you can hear. We're going to start like we always start. This is episode 98. So when I say ooh-wee to the ooh-wee, I am, I don't know. I feel like it's been a push, a pull, and I don't know what the other word is, but I can see it in my head. And if I think of it later, I'll tell you what that is. Until then, gratitude. Thank you so much for putting up the support and to learn. Like I fully believe that it is a matter of you pulling up for you to learn the tools and the tips that you need to have a better forward to enjoy a more full life, like whether it is more peace, whether it is a deeper understanding and connection to who you are. I welcome you to SXP MetaMorphosis, SXP MetaMorphosis 365 to do exactly that. Now, what I can share with you is for my viewers over on Blast. Hey, y'all. I am with you for a little bit. So we're going to be thinking on more. What I can say is find me at my channel, Melikia K, Courtney. That's on YouTube. Go and subscribe ASAP Rocky. And then this way you will not miss anything that I'm sharing. So that is important news to share. I am grateful to Blast. I appreciate being part of the family. It is a wonderful family to be a part of at the same time. I'm an empire that I'm building. Okay, it's good. So, hey, what's going on? Welcome. Hey. I hope y'all are having a good evening. Like, how are you? I'm definitely interested in understanding that. It's been a minute since I played with these control buttons, so it's like I got spoiled to just going straight live from the phone. And it's so simple, y'all. Good, dear, excellent Christ, it's so simple. But welcome. Thank you so much, Scott, for putting those things into the chat. I'm going to do my best to show these things on screen so that I can see them later because all the chat is deleted after. All right, tonight we are talking about the in-between. You guys already know when I come, I pull up kind of note heavy because I want y'all to succeed. Like, that's all it boils down to. And I do my best to get through all of the notes that I've put to the side for y'all. It don't always happen like that, but that's okay. I do know that you have enough to get some work done. So let's jump in and get some work done, okay? I wanted to talk to you guys about the in-between space. It is interesting navigating the in-between spaces. Okay, Melikia, what in the duck do you mean? The in-between spaces that come about, pardon I, because I ain't dealing with whatever that was, that come about when you are completing a phase of life and entering a new phase of life, whether it is the transition from a career or work that you loved into something new that you loved, or it's a push out of that into, oh God, let me find something that I can do. Okay, whether it is the closing of a door with a relationship, whether it is family or romantic, and then entering to something new or being with yourself in the meantime. That is that in between space. Let's talk spiritually. It is the in between space when you have taken the time, tip, to question all things that you believe and to research them and understand why you believe them and decide whether to continue on that path. All right. That in between space is so perfect for creating. At the same time, it can be annoying as hell. It can hurt like dirty words that I won't even bother to say. But it is such a beautiful place to be. So if you are experiencing that in-between space, I encourage you not to run. Please don't try to be fast in getting through it. Understand that they are not beginnings. They're not necessarily endings. It's just the in-between. The old people, the old folk, the elders used to call it the wilderness. If you had some good elders around you, that they would tell you about that. Now they use the dark night of the soul. I hear that a lot. I've heard it a lot for years, but before that, it was the wilderness experiences. And I remember my elders and my grandma and my uncles and such talking about that moment. It was a wonderful time. They really instructed us to go to hey, Jacob, you could go away, like far, far away. Bye. Okay, great. So it is that moment that you get to tend to you. It is that moment of prayer, if you let it be. It is that moment where you go face the mirror and you turn to face you. Okay, inside job. And I can say that there's so much to say about that mirror, but I don't want to get too far off in that. What I will say is go binge. In prior episodes, I have broken it down extensively about mirror work. So please do your mirror work same time. Let's focus on this. Some folks call it the valley. Some folks call it the watch before the dawn. Oh my God, I remember my grandma. She would say, keep watch. All right. So these are the things that you will have available to you when you are in the in-between space. I encourage you to bless that space. Do not allow the tension that may come with it to cause you to label it incorrectly. I think that's a fair way to say that. All right, let's move. All right. It's very much my interest to teach you how to break your old story. We are, again, meaning-making machines. Something can happen, we can witness it happen, and we have our account of what happened. If I asked 2 to 3 other people who witnessed it too, they'd have a whole different picture, a whole different lens, a set of beliefs that came to conversation, as do you. Do you recognize that you have a full set of beliefs that come and keep you company when you are defining what's happening for you? If you don't know that, consider it a gift. Begin to pay attention how you translate data. All right. Begin to pay attention how you choose. So you have several boxes to choose from. Folks, archetypes, if you've not looked that up and studied it, go study it. But you can choose from those boxes and put on that lens and put on that lens, and you will act in those manners. How do I know this is repetitive? Go ask Jung about this if you got questions. If you want to understand what's really happening, it is happening in your subconscious. Again, go binge the other 97 episodes. We gonna focus right on back in here. So at some point, something breaks. Relationship dissolves, a dream deferred possibly. And you sit in that moment like, how did I get here? How did I arrive here? All right. And in that moment, you have choice. It's the introspection time. It is when you get to define. All right. What are you defining? You are defining the old identity. You take time to understand, this is who I was. This is who I was being. This is how I acted that me out. This is what that me believed. This is what that me experienced. And this is the lesson and the behavior that I'm going to take with me from that old identity into the new identity, because again, you're in the in-between space. What are you doing? You are creating your forward. You are creating the being who you will become. So your definitions back in the day when I was in grammar school, and probably you too, if one of merit, you were instructed to go understand your definitions, right? You have these terms, you had to go define them. And I encourage you to make you your next dictionary, your next encyclopedia. Let it be one of you, where you sit down to understand you and define the things you need to define, so that when, not if, but when you begin to craft that new step, and sometimes it's very brief. It's a very brief in between. Sometimes it's lengthy. All right. 40 years in the wilderness, if you take it to the Bible, or just a quick transition for a kid who doesn't know how to tie shoes and now they do. Get the picture. These things take the time they take. Same time, it is ours to prepare ourselves and tool ourselves, so that when, not if, those times come, you are prepared, that you are mindfully aware of what you're experiencing, and you're not allowing life just to occur. This happened, this happened, this happened. You're stacking, you're moving, you're going. And I get it. For my doers, ooh, baby, we can move. For my compartmentalizers, we can stuff some stuff away so that we can keep moving and progressing. And production is heavy for us. Succeeding, right? We look for that success point. All right. However, if you move through too quickly, it comes at a cost. All right. Are you willing to pay that cost? Back to my notes. All right. I will make these points. I do want to make these ones. Heartache has a way of making time stand still. Very, very important. Do understand that. Give that time. Honor that time. And the ancient teachers reminded us that every ending is a dismantling. Okay. And if you think about taking something apart, I had scientists and engineer kids. Do understand that my TVs and my radios and many electronics and many other things were dismantled because they needed to see what was on the inside. They wanted to understand how it worked. So I came home to projects to put it back together. Projects, computers, the whole nine of it, okay? Make you a computer right quick. Make you that radio and dismantle the identity. Consider it your engine. Take it apart. Maybe you need to clean it a little bit. Maybe you need to lube it up a little bit with a little bit more training or something to that tune, and then put you back together. You're not lost. That's what I want to make that point very clear. You're not lost. For those of us who are authors and poets, people of the pen, I think you'll appreciate, because I really appreciate this much. You're not lost. You are simply being rewritten. Okay? And consider the patience a great author takes in putting these words together to take you along a beautiful story. Please make your story beautiful. Get the picture. All right, let's go. So ask yourself quietly, what story in your life has recently come to an end? And what part of me ended with it? All right, again, what recently came to an end in your life? What part of you ended with that? And be with that question. Maybe now we're going to move through these notes. That's what's about to happen. All right. So you have a few minutes to think while I'm just sharing this in between part, but feel free to go back and press play. All right. And take the time you need to really flesh it out, because this exercise right here is what people pay lots and lots of money to sit on the couches and have the conversations to come to this conclusion, and you're getting it for the price of paying attention. Right? Pay attention. Acknowledging that ending, I'll tell you what it does. It opens a doorway. It opens a clear doorway into transformation. Okay? So do take time with that and grow, because that's all it really boils down to. Grow. Let's move. And a punishment. This is not a punishment. When you get into the in-between spaces, regardless of how you came to that in-between space, it is not a punishment. Please clean up that language. That ain't what this is. All right? This is preparation. This is preparation, so you can choose to be excited. You can choose to rewrite possibly what you originally wrote so that your story has a better ending. We're going to deviate for a second. So how about the G baby? Comes to me, she's like, Gigi, we had a story today. And I'm like, okay, what was the story? I'm so mad. And she proceeds to tell me this story, and it was a book that was read to her today in Dicker. And this little boy, he was just mad about everything. He wanted his frogs and his bats up. He wanted this, that, and the third. There were many things that he had some failings on, okay? And then the book ended poorly, very poorly. No true, solid, good lesson for the babies to walk away with and kind of balance their thoughts, but teaching them possibly just to emote in their madness and their anger. We ain't leave it there. We did. Storyteller. Hey, baby girl. All right, this is your opportunity to rewrite that story's ending. Yeah, let the story be exactly what it is, but you get to rewrite that story's ending. Do you get the picture I'm painting for you? You get to rewrite that story's ending. How would you like it when it comes to your life, when you are reflecting through how you have lived and all of your adventures and wonderful things, and then the things that were super, super not so wonderful to sad or traumatic, all right? Yes, they exist. There is no pretending like they don't. It just really isn't. However, there is a means to soften the blows, to appreciate the wonder, and to build your best. This is your prep. All right, let's keep moving. So in the wilderness, you meet yourself without all the ladies. I'm gonna hit you with the eyelashes, painted fingernails, bustiers, beautiful panties, nice pants, great purse, warm hair. You meet you. Gents, I'm gonna hit you without the nice watch, without the dope hat and the great kicks and the smooth clothes and the smell goods. Just you. Just you. And there's nothing wrong with that. I find that too many of us hide from ourselves. Too many of us hide from who we are entirely. Everyone has an innate desire to present their best self. And isn't it interesting how that other beeping keep spilling out? The unpolite, the rude even, the messy. Okay. Part of you. Can you embrace all of who you are and love the a-hole in you? Can you do that? It is a beautiful work. And again, come face to face with yourself in the in-between. In the in-between, you're having these conversations, yeah? You're processing what occurred. You're processing who it occurred with. You're over there thinking about this other person's thoughts, behaviors, and actions. You're thinking about your thoughts, behaviors, and actions, hopefully with as much vigor. And boom, output story. Okay. Darling, go back and translate some of that language in the story. Understand that your soul is being refined. You're not a victim. It's not happening to you. It is, in fact, happening through you. That is to be known. And for you. It is for you. I posed a question earlier in the week about pain. What if it is just pain? What if your pain don't have a purpose? What if God is not striking you with this sickness to get your attention and teach you a lesson, which I think is a farce and foolery if I've ever heard it in my life, for folks who run around telling people that stuff. I do believe that God can use anything, but I do not believe one dang on point in life, the sovereign divine God is just like, okay, get you some of this right quick, death, so you can repent. Nah, I'm not a loving God. Okay, so rethink it. Challenge what you believe it is. Rethink it. Rewrite your story. Rethink it. Decide what your ending is going to be. Rethink it. Create. We move in. Important, super important that you learn your patterns When you get into the in-between space, you can definitely sit back and look back at your previous in-between spaces and do some inventory. I love to measure. I am a super accountability person. I tend to move in the black and white of things. I really don't have much time for gray area. It is or isn't. I know a lot of people like the gray area. It is comfortable. You can hide. You can have reasons. You can have excuses. You can do rain dances. You can do all the things in the gray area. But at the end of the day, when you want to move and grow forward, you're going to stop the bullshit and you're going to black and white it and measure and take accountability. So when you are in the new in-between space, you can look back at your previous in-between spaces and define your patterns. What is it that you keep on doing? You can't see it from that lens, look at it from this lens. What is it that keeps happening? What's your repeat? What's the measure of time on your repeat? What's the measure of intensity on your repeat? What is the story that continuously has followed you? And I would say map for 3 years, at least 3 to 5 years. If you want to do a bigger dig, take it to 10-year hauls. If you are really brave and you have that many years on you, do you a 30-year script of your own personal data, behavior, surroundings, i.e. people you choose to do life with, family, the work you choose. Like there's so many wonderful places for you to find you. So go find you and let all of the things that you learn about you apply when you are creating your next step or new you from that space. I am the queen of the pivot, baby. So I've had many pivot conversations. I actually think we talked about the pivot 2 episodes back. Go check that one out. Look forward, if it wasn't 2, it's right around there. And I make great pivots because I've done the inventory, literally, and applied, like synthesize the data and put it to use. All right, so let's move. I'm skipping over some of the stuff because I think I've beat that horse a little bit. I will caution you to do it slowly. And I think I have, but I just want to say that again because that's very important. Realize, especially when it's loss involved, your loss did not come to break you. Okay, please put a red pen in that. Ooh, it did not come to break you. Maybe it breaks you open a little bit and lets your greatness out, your dreams out, your beliefs out, your desires out, the real you out. It's possible that it came to evolve you. All right, so let's add some healthier language to what is occurring in our lives. It's all good. Let it be good. All right, keep it moving. Let's talk about heartache. So that's one of the most powerful doorways. We talked about the doorways. Very strong doorway to transformation, because hindsight is it's not always 2020. We like to say that, but it can be. And I will leave it at that. So love reveals us to ourselves. For people who are in relationships, I don't know if you've figured it out yet. I hope you have. If not, here's a clue. You stand before your mirror. You stand before your mirror. And you can, if you've partnered, look at your partner's behaviors, thought processes, and actions and see yourself. You can, if you are willing to look. And one better, if you are willing to ask. All right, very important. Questions. I love the good questions because that's what generates them great answers. Got it. So when love leaves, we ask the deeper questions. I won't get poetic. I'm gonna keep it clear. When I don't even like the word breaks, to be honest. I use it because it's understandable. When something breaks, something like loving relationship breaks, and I won't say love breaks because love to me is consistent. Love does not. When that relationship finds parting and it takes that break, do understand that if you have been a good partner, that something sacred remains even after you part ways. So take time to understand what sacred remains for you. The capacity to love, the courage to feel, wisdom that you gained, the opportunity to be vulnerable, all those things are part of healthier romantic relationships, okay? And a heart that is loved and survived loss, it becomes larger, way more roomy, way more compassion, way more understanding, way more willingness to grow, improve, elevate, things like this, like make room. It is just the case. If you are doing your work, if in fact and indeed, because yes, I've seen this too with some clients, they are on a merry-go-round and they are repeating the same behavior, getting the same outcome, and then sit there looking surprised. That don't go on for long because I'm not very quiet, as you can see. We've got to have a real conversation, and this is what I am seeing. This is what you're exhibiting. This is the behavior. Let's map it out. Let's see if I can help you find yourself along the way so that you can begin to create, once again, in your in-between space, your creator space, because that's what it is. Create the you that you like to live into and become and exist as possible. It's possible. It's possible. Okay. Important I share that with you guys. I'm going to keep it moving. Learn your new standards. Create your new standards. And it is important to say that you learn truth from the illusion. When you are honest and you look with sound eyes. So when you're preparing to create your forward and your next and your new, you want to make sure that you are avid. There's a better word, that you are dogged about understanding the truth of occurrences so that you are not moving forward and rebuilding an illusion. Rules. Okay. Things to eventually come to the conclusion of is you'll love again, and you'll do it wiser. Okay. And we're going to keep it moving. So let's talk about loss. This has been I don't know, since COVID, let's say it for what it is. Since COVID, I've gotten so many calls and experienced family and friends as well dying. And that to me is such a heavy loss. Like that's where the loss shows up in the heavier spaces. I can say that you can find loss in other things, loss of identity, loss of work, loss of a home, loss of possession, loss of a person that you cared about, loss of I won't qualify. We let you qualify for that. Loss of dreams, loss of, you get the picture? You find where it is in you, see where it resonates, pull that thing out and understand what it is. So loss occurs. After loss occurs, and mind you, it's coming in many forms, like I just laid it out just like that. Grief can make the world feel like a whole place you don't want to be. Very unfamiliar, very unsafe, scattered even, broken possibly. There's much that can come be your company when you are experiencing loss and grief, okay? Hold fast, traveler. Hold fast. I've heard people talk about the ashes of their life. It's such an interesting statement to me. Life burned down and around me, and I've even said some things like that at certain points. Okay, let's talk about your ashes. Your ashes, they hold secrets. All right? So take time to sift through your ashes. All right? Loss, and I wrote a book, A Place to Stand is a title on that one. A grief book, simple 4 steps to help someone get grounded and move forward after experiencing them heavy losses. And it is so true. Loss teaches us the things that no success could ever teach us. Loss, I swear, I think it's a great stick of gratitude for folks who are slow to get to gratitude, to make gratitude a practice. I think loss is I don't like to use the word violent, but damn, it fits, a violent shove into gratitude if you are wise, because it helps you to reflect and be like, okay, wait, I see this, I see this, I see this. These are things that I lost, but what did I appreciate about it when it was present? These are people I lost. What did I appreciate about them when they were present? Move into that. Touch your human side, your humanity, your humility. Play in your gratitude and presence. All right? When you've lost something precious, it is one of the wisest things that you can do to begin to understand the value of what remains. Okay? So important to say All of this is happening in your in-between spaces, love. And it's like I said earlier, we can move through those so fast sometimes because we don't want to hurt. We don't want the ache. We Who wants to sit in pain and in sadness and sorrow when you know how to have a good time and you know how to compartmentalize, you know how to kick the skateboard down the street? Well, cool and fine. I'm glad you know how to get that up, that spirit up, super spirit. I got you. Cool. Same time, what are you missing? What are you leaving behind that truly could help you refine like gold? So that when you meet your next, not if, but when you meet your next in between space, you are able to meet it wisely, with gratitude, with the peace and patience that it takes to glean. Glean and apply. Glean and apply. Okay. I hope you're taking notes. If you're not, definitely hit that replay and get them. All right. When you're climbing toward your next new height, understand that the in-between space is going to appear. Don't be mad. It's what happens before any great expression, period. You will find yourself in that, just pops in mind. I had a whole visual. Here we go. So one time at band camp, I thought it was a great idea to go water skiing. Oh man, it was like a zip line water ski type thing. Okay. And then it has this little mechanism that rotates and moves that line to this line, and it takes you further. Now what happens right here is you slow down. It is the creepiest feeling to try to stay balanced up because you have been moving. Zoom, 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 zoom. Then suddenly you are, it's a super halt. It is unsure feeling. Don't like it, 0 stars, don't recommend, and it jerks you. Now here's the warning they give you before you start. Hold on tight. Whatever you do, don't let go. And I'm like, when the moment came, now I knew it was coming. I was prepped. They told me it was going to happen. But still, when that bad boy showed up, I was like, what the ever hell? And the strength that it took to hold on while this thing is jerking me this way and that way, and this process is moving along and completing to get me to the next leg of the journey, man, it was creepy. So sometimes, or most times, or then all the time, before you get to a next great expression, that's what's happening. You get that, and you got to navigate. And again, them two words, hold on, don't let go, hold on, and let the transition occur. All right. And that's for real. I kid you not. Like I can't stress that one enough. Before the new level in life begins, there's some confusion, there's some fear, there's some unsafety feeling, there's some in the water of your mind. All right. But let's take it to a drag. What used to work wasn't working. Having to rely on something new is into place. The old stuff, old people that maybe have been around relationship wise, all of it, like the clear path that you thought you had, your plans, your dreams, your 5-year plan, your 20-year plan, your 100-year plan, out the window, my friend. And it's not failure. It's just change. And I don't even like that word so much either. How about it is the creating of something new? Something is occurring. There's a transition occurring. Be willing and move with it as it moves. It's not a failure, it's a transition. Shedding. Growth requires shedding the old of who you were and welcoming and creating the new of who you're becoming. Repetitive, yes, because I want you to get it. Get the picture? All right. We are moving down the line. I think I shared this with you already. The creative space that the in-between is not an empty space. It is not the moment where you just go, yes, I said shedding, not the other word. Shedding, SHEDDING. That part, sure did. So that was great. Rolling. I just saw the messages pop. I should consider Yeah, they can. They can be considered residue. I agree. Let's pop here. Get all these up. And then we're going back to it. That's so funny. I love that comment. I had to definitely keep that. That's funny. All right. So it is a shedding of who you used to be. I've got caterpillars in my house right now. And there's 5 in one jar, 4 in the other, because one did the rest of peace thing. And I am watching them grow. It is wild. They were tiny little things when they got here. They're getting bigger and bigger and bigger. They're going to cocoon soon. And then a little bit after that, we'll have butterflies flying around, okay? Point being, the shedding of who they were for the becoming of who they are to begin with. Down on the inside, it is coming out. Okay, great. Boom. Let's keep moving. That was funny. I had to pause for that. So this is the moment where the imagination becomes the architect. Y'all know I am a super fan of play. That is my love language. It is one of my highest tools when I teach. I freaking love to teach through play because it is my first learning language, right? Nah, song might have been my first one, but right there were my primary learning languages. And I find that folks are able to understand and receive better when you move into the playground. Imagination, as my bestie says at Imagination Station, yo, all day. I believe in the building, the mental building, the imagination. Break out your architect and build the you deserve. And sometimes I'll say the better you or the best you. And that is for folks who language it that way. I personally feel like this is the best you are right now. You are your best. And guess what you can do? Better, better, and better. Keep building. You are the best you for today. What is it? 310, 2026. You are your freaking best you right absolutely now. And even if you're on the sucks to suck list, you are the best you today. Does not mean that you can't build better and better and create better and better you. Does not mean you can't be your own architect and create the things in you that you want to see, the life that you'd like to experience, your adventures, your relationships, your earnings, your spiritual walk and mind, your conscious and subconscious cleaning, the revisiting of those lenses and moving to operate them the right way. And when I say the right way, it is the way that's most conducive and best for your life. That's the right way. Okay. All right, darling. So answer these questions for yourself. Who am I becoming? Because we talked about that a lot. Take time to sit down and really get a handle and an idea on that before you get to imagining and creating. You want to understand what or who and whom you are creating. Architect over there, you. What do I truly desire now? What do you want? What do you want? What standards guide my next chapter? Oh, please use that as a guide. Your standards, your character, your values, let them all come keep you company while you create. There's some things you'll never do. There's some things you'll always do. Let you keep you company while you create the you that you are becoming. Okay? Because life ahead of you is not predetermined. It literally is designed. And guess who the designer is? You. All right. Okay. I have shared with you quite a bit. I want to kind of shape the wrap up of this. Oh, I'm doing good. Only 40 after. Okay. So if you find yourself, or when, because we already know it ain't no if, I will offer you an if for tonight. If you find yourself in that spot tonight, understand that you are not wandering around. You're wandering with purpose. Okay, because you've been guided and instructed. You have an aim, which is a beautiful thing. You're standing in a sacred space. Rule number 1. Keep that in mind. It is a sacred space. It is a sacred corridor. It is a sacred passage. It is a sacred transition space. It is that hollowed out. All right. Please be mindful of that as you work. Your old life has completed its work. Now it's time for the new life. Let there be room. I love that scripture. The old wine into, you don't pour the wine into old skins, and I'm killing it. So my scripture people can put it right there in the chat, and I'll show it. But I know that you need new wine skins to pour that wine in. If you use the old stuff, it's going to burst. Get the picture. So let the old conclude gracefully, peacefully, and blessed. And then enter your new gracefully, peacefully, and blessed. Okay. New life is quietly gathering its strength. Your language. We talked about your languaging when you were telling the story of what occurred, when you're moving to get your data to process and make sure sense of things. Introduce healthy language. All right. Erase, erase, erase. What you need to erase, add what you need to add. Awesome. Okay, let's see. We're going to keep it focused. And what I want to make sure I want to share with you before we go. You are the author of your new chapter. That's really what it boils down to. Honor what is ended. Honor what's beginning. And the emptiness that you may feel, tell it what it actually is, because you will have those thoughts. Life be helping you out. Your thoughts help you out. Your subconscious hasn't forgotten a freaking thing. Do you know that? Hasn't forgotten not one thing that you introduced to it. So it is awesome, computer. It will bring you up some stuff even when you're not asking for it. So when it begins to feel like emptiness, don't let it. Introduce it and tell it what it actually is. That's what you can do. Okay? This is transformation, babies. This is how you birth one in yourself. Make your in-between spaces mean something. Okay, let's see. That's what we call a band. All right. Okay, I had to get rid of some stupid in the chat, y'all. On that note, I appreciate folks who come in here and act like they got some sense. I appreciate folks that come up here to grow. I love and appreciate the people that I rock with, that come and rock with me. I am grateful. I hope that you are taking it to mind and heart. Please don't get distracted by silly people who don't come to grow, who only come to be a distraction. Let that fall to the wayside and focus on your growth. Because at the end of the day, they'll be back to press the replay. End of the day, they'll be sliding in my DMs. Oh, I'm sorry. Can I work with you? I'm gracious sometimes. For some folks, I do say no. And I don't feel too bad when I say no, because I say no with reason. Okay, so I am Melikia K. Courtney. This has been SXP MetaMorphosis 365 Growth Podcast. Episode 98. I am super excited. Episode 100 is coming up on the 24th. Do pop on and join me to celebrate obedience, consistency, willingness, service, love, humanity, peace, and growth. I'm excited to serve you. I'm grateful to be able to serve you in this manner. I am a licensed life coach as well as a transmutation specialist. If you know that this conversation fully applied to you, if you know that you done binged the others and you done heard some other stuff that fully applies to you and you'd like to work with me, this is your opportunity. I do keep my client list small so that I have the energy and capacity and bandwidth to serve those who are on that roster with my whole heart, because I love people back to life, and that takes some work, y'all. Yes, I do, but it is work that I do. I love what I do. I love what I do, and I love who I get to do it with. That makes a difference. Okay, pumpkins? So I invite you to contact me if you'd like to be a part of my roster, i.e. one-to-one coaching, group coaching, and for clarity, I have 6-month programs and I have 1-year programs when it comes to one-to-one. All right. And then there are small groups. There are paid masterminds if you'd like to be a part of those. I'm an author. You can tap in with me for different books. I am Lady Molotov in the poetry streets, as well as Black Snow. Some things going on. Recording artist, just all around human. That's all it boils down to. Straight up creative and Like I said before, I love people back to life. I've seen some wonderful things, y'all, and I'm grateful. Okay, so you can text Coach Me to 321-443-2495. Coach Me. Those words, no space. Coach Me to 321-443-2495. And you will be responded to, get the information that you need to connect. You are also welcome to follow me on my medias if you like. LinkedIn, same name, Melikia K. Courtney. Facebook, same name. Instagram is different. It is malikia.ladymolotov. Just go hunting. Have some fun. I'm all over the place. Period. Have a great evening. I appreciate your presence. And, now hold up. My phone say a whole different time than this one, Lord. But I have said everything I need to say. So I'm not going to belabor the point. Have a beautiful evening. And, I will see you back for episode 99 next Tuesday at 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Please do keep the message in mind, like literally when you are in that in-between space, not if. When you find yourself in that in-between space, put this information, this teaching, these tools, this data to work for you. Don't sit there feeling lost or lonely or stressed. If you need to go back and press replay, this is episode 98. You can see it in the background of the background thingy, drop thingy, picture, yada yada. Okay? Do the things that you need to do to make life a life that you want to live. Kill your excuses, kill your reasons. Let them die. Let them die, and in place of those excuses and reasons, put what you want. All right? Put that growth and that person that you like to see you living as. All right? Put that joy back in your life. Go accomplish that. Go find the relationship that is for you. It's going to be good to you and good for you. Do those things. Build. Love somebody. Go serve. What is your area of expertise? Refine it. Add to yourself. Become. Continue to grow. And then take yourself and go love somebody back to life. Therein lies the goal. Have a wonderful night. And Melikia K. Courtney. Bye-bye. Big kisses. And I appreciate you, Scott, for taking care of chat. Let me see. I don't know if I showed that one. I gotta put that up. Put that one up too, so that everything is present. My giggling moment of the day: shedding. SHEDDING. All right.